Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Wealth Tips with Dr. Mark. I'm Dr. Mark Lane. And what I want to know is, are you aware enough of yourself to know when to shut up? Sometimes the best thing you can do is keep your mouth shut. This was actually brought home today by something that was in the national news. Now, as you probably know, I'm a bit of a geek. I love tech. I love all sorts of things. It doesn't really matter whether it's techie cars or techie computers or techie camera gear, but this is directly related to business and to you and to your small business. Your goal as a business owner is to maximize shareholder wealth. That's the proper goal. It's not to pay your employees tons of money. It's not to pay the government as much money as you can in taxes. All that stuff is crap. Your number one goal in a company is to make enough money and maximize your wealth. Now, does that mean that you take advantage of your employees and stuff? No, because then they leave. You take care of your people up to where you have to take care of them to maximize your shareholder wealth. You want to pay your bills, do all the responsible things, but you're maximizing shareholder wealth. That's your goal. So this is what I want you to come from in your frame of reference. When you have plans, whether it's new products or we're launching new markets or things like that, you should go out and tell everybody, right? Just spread that news everywhere, all around. Well, that's what it seems like a lot of people do, is they tell their plans in advance. And that is my topic for today, is sometimes you need to just shut up. Keep your mouth shut until you're ready to execute your plans completely. When you have plans, what will your competition do when they figure out what your plans are going to be, when they figure out what your goals are? Your new product launch, new market launch, whatever. They're going to just ignore it, right? They're going to go do their own thing. Now remember, they're trying to maximize their shareholder value just like you are. Everybody is trying to get that little edge on everybody else, and it's to be expected. That's the way business works. This was in the news over the last couple of weeks. AMD is a company known for making chips for computers. Their competitor there is Intel. And they make video graphics cards for your computers. And their competitor there is NVIDIA. AMD is the second-tier player. They're not the leader in this particular space. And for a long time now, their processors have been quite a bit behind Intel's, to be honest. And they just recently announced, particularly at Computex, so last month, they just recently announced some major new updates, and they're making new inroads, and they're taking it to Intel. At the same time, they just announced their plans for their video graphics cards. So they teased the introduction of these new cards back in May, the end of May, around Computex quite a bit. They released the full specs of their video cards on June 10. They're going to ship July 7. Now these are mid-range cards. These aren't their top-tier cards, but they're substantially cheaper with similar performance to the ones from their competitor, NVIDIA. NVIDIA, today, as you can expect, just announced new graphics cards that are the RTX 2060 Super, the RTX 2070 Super, the RTX 2080 Super. They ship July 9. Now, when were AMD's cards actually shipping that were going to, NVIDIA is their competition, so AMD was going to take it to NVIDIA. Finally, they're going to get back on top and grab some market share, right? Well, just to remind you, they were shipping on July 7, so when are those cards from NVIDIA coming out? July 9. They released and announced the full specs on June 10. Their competitor had a response in under a month. These new cards from NVIDIA offer substantially higher performance than the old ones, as much as 15% increase in some of them, and others or more, for the same price. So AMD announced their plans early, saying, hey, look, we're going to get this great new advantage over NVIDIA. NVIDIA turns around and goes, nope. We have got something for you. We planned ahead and figured this was going to happen in less than a month. So now AMD doesn't even get to launch their cards and enjoy a big successful run in the beginning while the competitor figures out and goes, oh my gosh, oh no, what do we do? Your competitor had plenty of time to formulate a response, and now AMD gets 2 days of actual launch time. This is what I was talking about. Sometimes your plans need to be kept to yourself so that you can actually capitalize on these advantages that you're trying so hard to get over your competition. Don't assume your competition is going to sit there and let you come up with some crazy new feature, some crazy new product, open some crazy new market, and they're going to ignore it. That is not the way it works. So my advice to you, keep your plans quiet, reveal your plans when you need to, and ship your products as soon as you can humanly possibly get them out the door, and then plan for a response. They are going to respond. Plan for it, anticipate it, be ready for it. So keep your mouth shut. Shut up until you're ready, and don't assume that they're going to just let it go. So to recap, your goal is to maximize shareholder wealth. That's your overriding goal. Your competitors are not going to let you have your way with them. They are going to respond, plan for it, expect it, and be ready for it. If you take this advice, this will help you have a more successful company. Again, I'm Dr. Mark Lane. I help you take your little company and turn it into a big one and make more money. If you need any help, please let me know. I'm happy to help. I'll see you next time.